Hey there, I'm Brandy, and this is the Online Dish. Okay, you know how sometimes you see warnings and you think, who is the person who has to read this to avoid doing something stupid? Like, who is grabbing the wrong end of the chainsaw? And who is giving Viagra to newborns? These are actual warnings, people. Well, police, always tell us only call 911 because of emergencies. And that is because some people abuse that number for situations that clearly are not emergencies. Exhibit A, Dario Gutierrez Diaz. Our buddy here was arrested after he called in a fake crash just so he could get a ride because he was drunk. He got a ride all right down to the Hackettstown, New Jersey jail. So Mr. Gutierrez Diaz, that's what Uber and cab companies are for. Not an emergency. Exhibit B comes to us from the great state of Ohio. That's where Tracy McLeod allegedly called 911 to report bad Chinese food. She told dispatchers her meal was, quote, not up to par for her liking. Yeah, that's still not an emergency. Now, those examples just happened in the past couple of days, but there are some doozies when it comes to stupid 911 calls. Do you remember the lady from Oregon who called 911 after a deputy had visited her house and he was pretty cute, so she wanted to find out who he was? That's not an emergency. Also, there was the kind of sad case of a guy who got in trouble for calling 911 27,000 times. It turns out he'd been laid off and he was lonely. Still not an emergency, and also kind of depressing when you think about it. Full disclosure, I did once dial 911 when it was not an emergency. I was like 2 or so, and I saw 911 on the front of the phone book. Remember those? The book with all of the phone numbers in it? So I saw 911 on there and thought it would be fun to dial that number. My mom had fun explaining that to the dispatchers. Sorry about that. So anyway, the moral of the story, only dial 911 when it is an emergency. It's that simple, folks. Not for bad food, not for rides when you're drunk, not to find cute deputies, just for emergencies. That's the dish. Have a great day.